Hey, everybody. Welcome. Let me get over to this. Here we go. I see eyeballs. I saw Lisa was on earlier. Cynthia, hey. All right, I see 4 sets of eyeballs. Awesome. I have a couple things to announce first. I mean, just like updates of things, and then we're going to get to it because I really think I have 4 things planned tonight, and that might be one thing too many. So we'll see. Hi, Peggy. All right. So I'm assuming everybody can hear me good, or hear me, period. Microphone's on. I'm not getting any feedback. Hey, Sean. Awesome. Yay. Okay, so let's just get to it, right? Welcome to my channel. Again, I am Toni Tesler, ToniStamps. That's me. If you are returning, I appreciate you. If you're a new person subscribing, appreciate you as well. Everybody. So I love all the hearts, the likes, the shares, like all good. So that's me. So 2 reminders. My May workshop closes tomorrow. That's the 31st, and I'm doing it. Hey, Deb. I'm going to close that at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I don't know, excuse me, what time zone you're in, but 9 p.m. Eastern time. The May starter kit special. Hey, Gloria. Hi, Cynthia. So we got 2. Did I miss? We got 2. No, it's same Cynthia. Okay. It's the carols. There's like a bunch of carols. All right. So May starter kit special. So that was the that ends tomorrow night too. It technically ends at midnight Mountain Time, which if we're on the East Coast, it's like 2 a.m. Saturday, but I would just say by midnight, right? Hey, Sue. Hey, Jamie Gibbs. So that ends tomorrow. That's when you pick out $125 worth of stuff for $99 plus tax. They cover the shipping, and then they also send you the in color suite of stuff. So you get the set of 5 ink pads, an assorted cardstock pack, the markers, the regular markers, and what was the other thing? Pack of designer paper. So all in the in color. So that all ends tomorrow. All right. So workshop ends tomorrow. Starter kit specials ends tomorrow. Zinnia's class, for those of you signed up, everything is on track. I still plan to ship those out or have them available for pickup on Monday. My order should be here tomorrow, actually. For those things, it was weird with the hi Nancy, the free shipping. The shipping always goes crazy with that. So like Sue and I placed an order Monday and then I placed another one on Tuesday. Why didn't I wait? I don't know, because I'm dumb. But Sue and I placed our Tuesday orders both on Tuesday, the free shipping. She got hers in like a couple days, and mine's not going to be here till Saturday. It's weird. So anyway, so Zinnia's class, yada, yada. New kits. So next week, June 5th, Wednesday, there's going to be 2 new kits. So these are the kits that are the kits collection. So it's usually, they're all inclusive kits, whether it's a little bit of stamping to do on it, or whether sometimes it's just assembly. Sometimes it's just like pre-printed pieces and, bits. But we'll have 2 of those. We're getting 2 new ones every month. So those will be out on June 5th. So I would hold off. Like if you're going to put an order in on the 1st or the 2nd, like I would just wait, because we don't even know what those kits are. It's always a surprise. So new kits. And then for demonstrators, we're also getting another batch of new online exclusive items on Wednesday as well. So yeah, those, we only get a sneak peek of some of them, and they seem to be more holiday centered, like Christmas stuff. And then I saw 1 Halloween set and 1 fall set. And of course, the Halloween, the fall, they only sneak peek. So we won't be able to see any of that until Wednesday. Hey, Di. So, but the other ones, the holiday ones, like it seems to be, it's so close to when the holiday catalog is coming out, right? So I might be holding off on some of that. There was 2 greeting sets that I liked. My eyeballs are itchy. There was 2 greeting sets that I liked, but we'll see. All right, so let's get to today. We're here. Hi, Penny. We're here for dads and dudes, like masculine card ideas, right? So a thing to remember, if you don't have like guys to send stuff out to, you change the colors, you change the greetings, and you can use the designs for anything, right? Doesn't have to be for guys. But we're going to go with, we're making 3 cards and then a little envelope booklet project. So I said, I may have chosen poorly as far as difficulty level, but we're going to get through this. All right, so first one. So actually I already pre-stamped my bird's eye view because I stamped that in my VersaFine Onyx and that takes a little bit to dry. So just want to hit on this fact that this, we're always having to, more of the stuff is online in the catalog. So this bird's eye view, what page is this on? 105. So I know I've showed you this before, but like the only indication that we have of a bird is that little guy right there. There's no, you don't see the rest of the stamp set. And I just think that's disappointing. So, whenever you see this shopping bag, that means go check it online. I'm just really, I feel like they're cheating us out of stuff. But so anyway, I already stamped that bird's eye view. Now the colors we're going to use Pebbled Path and Cherry Cobbler. So I want to say when I do masculine cards, I tend to do like earthy colors or darker colors, but I have to remind myself that they do still like reds, golds, like embossing. So don't be shy with using colors, and especially like if your guy has a favorite color, obviously use that. Hey, Carol K. So this one we're going to go, this is actually a design that I used in my owls class last year. And we'll go through the pieces. So Pebbled Path, 5.5 by 8.5, score at 4 1/4. And I might have to get my piece of scratch paper up here. Then we've got Basic White for the inside, 4 by 5 1/4. And I will update my blog by sometime this weekend to put all these measurements in here. I was torn between Copper Clay and Pebbled Path, but I'm using Copper Clay and Pecan Pie actually on some other ones. So that's how I decided that. Then we've got 2 pieces. So we're going to build, we're going to use 4 pieces of designer paper. So now this is old pattern paper. So the current patterns for this is Cherry Cobbler. So the current families of designer paper, the patterns are different. But I've got Cherry Cobbler, and this is the tartan foil, and it comes in Pebbled Path, Copper Clay, and a blue. Pool Party? No, Lost Lagoon. So this is an online exclusive that is still available. The only reason we know it's still available is because it still shows up to order. Once it doesn't show up, that means it's gone. So if this goes and says, like, if it does say unavailable or returning soon, that means they're ordering more. But if we can't find this, it's just completely out. And again, not a fan of how they're running that, but not my decision. All right, then I've got 2 pieces of Cherry Cobbler. One is 4 by 5 1/4. The other one is 3 3/4 by 5. Thank you, Jamie Gibbs. So the smaller one is what we're going to attach our designer series papers to. And I do this because same color, because if I mess up and you're able to see some of the edge or something, if it's the same color, it's going to blend in and you won't notice if I mess anything up really. Whereas if this was white and I was off, you would see that white against the Cherry Cobbler and it's just not as nice. So that's why I like to use same color. So we're taking our smaller piece and I'm just going to pick one. And actually I think I used tape for this, but we'll just do it this way. So I'm going to run glue down the whole side and I'm just going to pick one of these patterns and I'm starting in the bottom corner or top corner. Doesn't matter. Just pick a corner. And then we're going to add and alternate. So now I'm going to butt this end up with this edge and the corner. I feel like my head might be getting in the way here. All right. And let's give that a little press. So I don't know if you can see, but there is a smidgen of that cherry cobbler hanging out the side because I might not have gotten it perfectly straight, but that's going to be okay because it's all going to blend in. All right, and now I'm going to glue this one on. Now, if it doesn't match exactly in the middle, I'm not worried because I'm adding an owl, like this whole circle layer. All right, so let's put this one on. Now I'm going to worry more about lining up in this corner and keeping things straightish. Yeah, and it's hanging over just a touch, but that's okay. And then we'll put this in just like a puzzle piece. All right, and it looks like I do have to trim just a tiny bit because this pebbled path is hanging over a teensy bit more. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim the whole thing. If it was just a little bit, but I do kind of want it to be even-ish. All right, so let's get rid of these little slivers, but easy enough. And those little pieces, did I say what the measurements were? That was 1 7/8 inch across by 2.5 inches tall. Hey, Julie. Hey, Gail. Yeah, it's burnish, burnish, burnish. Yep. Let's put these down there. All right. Ooh, I'm liking that. So here's our layers. And I think I'm going to glue this one down flat, and then I'll pop up this whole layer. All right, so let's get this down. And, that looks like I got little scratch marks from my, I was a little overzealous with that. All right. Nobody else is going to notice, right? All right, then I've got 2 pieces. Pebbled path that I cut with the Nested Essentials dies. And I think I took this middle one right here. Yeah, oh no, Everyday Details dies. Jeez. All right, so that, and then I measured, and this is like a 2-inch circle, and I embossed this with the new Dotted Circles folder, and I punched first. So I punched my 2-inch circle first and laid it in the very middle of the embossing folder. So, of course, there was a chance that it would have slipped out and, you know, not landed good, but it worked out because I kind of wanted all those circles, you know, and then the circles around the edge. Oh, yeah. All right, now I'm going to glue this down flat and just trying to get it center-ish. And we can go ahead and pop this up. And I just refilled my my foam tape stash. And then we'll just color these real quick, the owls that I stamped. And I did too because I was thinking like, where'd they go? Here we go. Like Papa Bird and Baby Bird. But if you don't have birds, use whatever critters you have. Or no critter. If you don't want a critter, a truck would go here, like whatever you want. I like the birds because they can go either way. Right? You can make these mama birds and baby birds or daddy birds. All right, peel those up and let me get my green glue. Gloria, you like YouTube better because you can see the chats? Hey, whatever works. This foam tape is so sticky. All right, and I'm just going to try to get this in the middle. That looks good. All right. Now, like I said, I stamped my birds already. This is on thick white paper because I was going to color them in real quick with my blends. Just because they're here, which, by the way, I didn't even talk about, but you know, you saw my post that I got my spinning card holder up, and then I also like resorted. I've got one of those IKEA cards. Well, I've got 2 of them, but the one was just holding like junk, and my plan was always to put my stamp sets in it. Let me go over here and show you a picture real quick. So, ooh, I know it might be hard to see with the sides here. So this is my cart and it's sitting right here to the left of me. So I've got all my current stamp sets in the top rack of that, and I can just lean right over and see what stamp I might need. Like if I'm looking for a greeting or, a leaf or something. Now, as you can see, it's pretty full. So like there's not a whole lot of room for new stuff. But I can go to that middle layer. So that middle layer has my like retired stuff that I've kept. And there's more bookshelves full of it, but these are like the most currently retired things. And then the very bottom still has junk in it. But then I just hung all my marker bits, my bins for my blends. So I can just go right in there and reach them now. So it's just easier. And then I can move that cart out of the way if I need to. But it's like right here. So I like it. So um, so we do want pebbled path, and I know I don't have pebbled path as far as the blends, but I do have cherry cobbler, and I've got some gray. I might have smoky slate, right? Oop, basic black. I do have granite gray. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's not bad. All right, so we're going to use granite gray, and I know I saw the other one. Basic black. Oh, granite gray is tricky. There, it looks almost white. And then we'll do cherry cobbler, and we're just going to color them like the same shades. Let's do, this is light cherry cobbler. Oh, and when I was looking for something last week, I was looking for those luggage tags. I found a whole bunch of single blends markers. Remember when they used to sell them individually a couple years ago, and then they quit doing that, and they had some of them on sale? Well, I bought extras of like the lights because I figured I would use those more. Put them away, completely forgot about them. And I know I've ordered more like already because I forgot. So dumb. It only helps to be organized if you're like can see your stuff, right? Yeah, Julie. Jamie and I are very similar. We always joke that we should have been that we were separated at birth. We're both Virgos. We both have our anal. We're both anal about the same things, I think. All right, let's do that. And all right, this will work. Now you obviously color your whatever you're doing however you want. If you don't want to use blends, use chalks, use regular markers. I'm just doing this quick and easy just to get them out. I really wanted to color them ahead of time, but I didn't get home in time. All right, so then I'm taking the dark and just going to go in these corners a little bit and the top of his forehead. And then we'll go in with the light. And I think I don't really want to color his beak because I don't want it to be orange. I think that'll look dumb with this. So this will be good enough. Yeah, now I can take this, flip it right on the edge. And now I'm just going to cut these out real quick. And we are going to stamp. I'm going to do happy birthday on this because I don't have a dad to send stuff to. But I can always use birthday cards. But, you know, whatever greeting you want is going to be fine. I just want to cut around this a little. You know, I like my little bit of white border. I really miss the shimmery white when I'm doing stuff with blends. To me, it just went so much nicer with coloring because it's more absorbent, really. I guess it's thicker. It had a coating. I mean, this thick will do, but fingers crossed. I do hope they bring it back eventually. All right, now his hair that's sticking up, I'm just gonna jiggity jag around there. So yeah, red and black seems to be good for guide cards. Oops, I need to get this like right here. But don't be afraid to emboss, use gold, silver, shiny things. They don't like just all dull things just because they're boys. All right. Ooh, I like it. Maybe I'll put them like this. So I kind of want them. Yeah. All right. Papa Bird is going to get glued down, and then Baby Bird will be popped up. Let me hold that there for a minute. And then I'm just going to get a scrap of white and do the greeting. I think I'm going to do the greeting in Pebbled Path. I just hold this, trying to one-hand it. All right. Don't want that to move. Oh, for cute. And he can be like down a little bit. Ah, I like it. Jamie, I can borrow your dad. Actually, I was probably going to give you this little envelope thing that I'm making, and you can send to him. All right, scrap of white. This will do. And let me check my notes. What greeting was I going to use? Simply Said. Okay, yeah, this is one of the newer from the new catalog. See, now I can just reach right over, get what I need. So, you know, I like the different fonts. And, ooh, which was I going to do? Oh, you know what? We're going to do this on the last one. So we're just going to say happy birthday. Oh, wait, what was here? Happy Father's Day. No, I'm going to use this one myself. So I'm going to go with birthday. And I need this old-timey stapler for later. So like I said, Pebbled Path. Actually, you know what? Let's do them both and see which looks better. So Pebbled Path. And then we'll do Cherry Cobbler. Because I kind of want to put it like happy birthday. So I might want the opposite. Do you know what I mean? I might want Cherry Cobbler since it's going to be on the Pebbled Path background there. Yeah, I think I'm liking that. All right, let's keep that. I'm just going to cut these both. And then we'll see. All right. Now, if you have a die that you want to cut this out with, go for it. Actually, I'm going to cut it this way. And we'll see which one we like. And I think I got a little ink smear on the Cherry Cobbler. All right. Trim. Trying to keep it straight. Straight-ish. And I don't want to mix and match just because these are both gray. So let's just see here. Happy versus happy. You see what I mean? I think I like I like it better with the Cherry Cobbler words. Lisa, you make more Christmas cards. You know, when I was playing with that group that was like a challenge to make Christmas cards, like every month it was to make, you know, a bunch of them. I had a stack by the time December came around. And then since I ran out of time playing with them, when I was loading up I'm looking for mini glue dots now, or mini dimensionals. When I was loading up my carousel, I realized I hardly have any Christmas cards. So I need to get on the ball. because I don't want to have to start from scratch. It was nice to get into November, and like Black Friday is really when I would get serious about it. But it was nice to have 25 or 30 cards already finished. But yeah, here we are, 5 months in. I think, yeah, I might have a few, like a handful, but not a whole bunch. But yeah, I would say Christmas card is probably, well, actually, I think as an industry, birthdays and then holiday cards are the most that people make. All right. Ooh, I like this. Oh yeah, I love that. All right, now bling bling for this. I was torn between the new metallics, adhesive back metallic gems. These are gold, copper, and silver, and they come in 2 sizes each. These are a lower profile than my favorite gilded gems, so I really think I'm going to like these. But then I've also got the basic gray and smoky slate pearls. And these are, there's 2 sizes, but they're also, one's darker than the other. So I don't know. I feel like they're shiny with the tartan foil. So Sean, you've made 0 so far. Winner. I think I'm going to go with the pearls. I do like them both, but I like that the pearls seem to be more a closer color to that pebbled path. So let me put these away. Back. All right, and then let's go. Let's do 1. Oops. Glue burger. 1, 2. And then we'll do 1 there. See how I like that. I'm going to go with the darker. Oh, yeah, I like that. And then we'll do another light one. Cute. Actually, you know what? Let's do another one. 1. And then 1 up here. Boop, right there. Why use only 3 when we have all of them? All right, now this is going to dry clear, but I'm going to scrape what I can off. So that's our first one. Now, can't you just see, like, change these colors, make them pastel, or, instead of birds, maybe use flowers, and then this could be for anybody. But yeah, I love it. So you could say Happy Father's Day, whatever. Yeah, Jamie, odd number's better. Although 3 is your favorite number. All right, that's our first one. Put this away. Now, second one. Actually, I'm going to save the envelope thing for next. I mean, not next, third. All right, let's do some. Now, this one I think could go Christmas too, like depending how you, what colors you go. But we're going to use, this is pecan pie. And these are the fresh, these are from the 2 market papers. So the ones that have all the like fruit and vegetables that, I mean, I'm not really a fan of, but I like the B-sides. So we've got pecan pie, 5.5 by 8.5. And then basic white for the inside, 4 by 5.25. I just love the plaid and I love the wood. And I thought this would be perfect if I had a deer or a bear or a moose or something. But I don't have any of that. But I do have, where is it? Fragrant Forest. So had to have this as soon as it came out. Never used it. Maybe I used it once. No, I don't think I used it at all. So I still like to trim my background stamps to the very edge, just because I don't like anything hanging off. All right, so we've got that. Let's just put this here for a minute. The designer series paper. So normally, in order to get the best use out of this, I cut my designer paper to be 4 by 5.25, which would give me like a little edge here. But for this one, I wanted it to go the full layer of the card. but I don't want to just have it glued on. So I'm going to crumple it, and if some of it rips, that's okay. I just want to crumble it, just so I have more texture. And if you want to wrap the edges up a little bit, go for it. So now just gently unpeel all of this. And I don't spray mine. Now I'm just going to squish it some more. I don't spray mine with water first. Some people do, and if you want to, go for it. I think when I'm crumbling it, if it rips, that's all the better. It really doesn't bother me. I just want that texture. I love it. And then when you do that, it shrinks it up a little bit, but not to worry. All right, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to go glue all over. And if these edges are sticking up a little bit, does not matter. All right, let's get that down, and then let's just smooth out a little bit. And if it's a little bit crooked, that's okay too. So when I'm pressing it down, it's coming out mostly to the edges. Now see how it's a little bit off? That's okay. I don't want it to be perfect. Like, see this little bit up here? And then we can see a little bit edge down here. Like, it's all good. Actually, I'm going to crinkle this in some more. And then crinkle this end in a little bit. But I want it kind of ratted up. So, I like that. All right, then I've got a piece of white that I'm actually going to stamp on. And this is 3 by 4 1/4. And I may have to trim this a little bit. This doesn't look exactly 4 1/4. It's a little bit longer. Oh, probably a smidge. Okay, just a little hair came off. All right, we'll see. I may trim some of this, some more of this. Then I've got 2 pieces of the green plaid, and these are 1 by 4 1/4. So I actually want to rip these. You know how I like ripping. I just want to rip a smidgen off the top of this. And after I stamp it, I'm going to glue it so it'll be like this. So we'll get that little bit of border. So 1 inch was good enough to where if I had cut this a 1/2 inch, it would be kind of a bear to do this ripping and gluing, because there just wouldn't be enough to grab onto. All right. Ooh, yeah, I like it a lot. Oh, now I need some scratch paper. All right, let me just fold this in half. Okay, now I'm going to stamp my trees. This green is garden green, so that's what I'm going to use. So I want to make sure the trees are facing the right direction. And I've got my garden green ink. Or, you know what, I could go a little darker or lighter. Because this is going to be green and green. I'm going to stick with garden green. All right, what do I need? I need a scratch piece of paper. You know what? I'll use a index card. All right. Okay, so I do not use the block for this, like the big block, which I just found another one. So now I think I have 3 of those things when I was looking for something else. I put my background stamps right on the table. All right, and then just ink it up. If you don't like that it's, it will pull up. Sometimes it'll stick to the ink pad. It's all fine. All right, get that good and inked up. And then I'm going to lay this. I want some variation. Let's go like right here. And hopefully that's good. Just want to try to keep the tree line, like keep the trees upright, not crooked. Or I guess they could be on the side of a mountain, right? Ooh, I love that. Oh, yeah. All right. And then I will run this under the faucet later. Let's just put that somewhere. Oh, yeah. I really like that. Okay, so then we're going to glue this. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And then we'll do our greeting in pecan pie. All right, so let's do, and I could tell I was going to have to trim a little bit of that off. So I want quarter inchish, half-ish. Oh, wait, it added up. All right. I want just a little bit hanging off the top and bottom. All right, just try to get them even. But it doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah, I really love it. Okay, I feel like it is hanging over a little bit though, a smidge. I'm going to take just a tiny little bit off the side of this. Put that away. Yeah, okay. That's prettier than I expected. I love it. All right, and this I'm just going to have to eyeball what is straight. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, now with this one, I want to do the greeting in pecan pie. And I was going to go, I chose the new Friends for Life set. What was I going to do here? Friends for Life, happy birthday. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do happy birthday. I could just do hi, but love you, miss you. Nope. And I haven't put any of my stick, you know, like how I do the tape and then tape it in my case. Like I just got this a couple weeks ago. All right, let's do that. I love the different, you know, stacking of the letters. And I think I'm just gonna, I wanted to use the new tag punch that we got. I don't know if that's gonna work though. So let's see. All right, so old tag punch. Where is a new tag punch? A new tag punch. Let's see. Actually, let me put this up. Ooh, okay, that's gonna fit. So see how that fits right there. And so that's the new, I forget what it's called, Totally Tags or something. This was a one, it comes, you can either get the punch or the die. And I prefer the punches for quick things like this. There is a different set that has a set of 3 dies or a punch. All right, now I want to fold this. Oh, I kind of just wanted to put it here. So it didn't really matter. I just needed the first part of this, but let's just fold it up. Oh, you know what? I wanted to see if that would fit upside down. Dang it, I think it would, because then I wanted to hang it like this. You know what? Let's redo it. It's only paper, right? Did I have it this way? No, let me do this way. Ooh, yuck. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because I kind of wanted the curvy part of that tag punch to be upside down. All right, let's try this again. So I want it to go this way. Now the fact that all those words are, wait a minute, that's going the same direction. No, I want it to go this way. All right, ooh, so it barely fits. All right, cool. Doesn't matter if it's barely, it fits. All right, so let's fold this up. And, oh, I got ink on it, so now I'm gonna have to put a little something there, a little doodad, just to cover it up. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. But do you see where I think this could be a good Christmas card too? Because, even if you change the colors, like I guess these could still work for Christmas. I kind of want that right hanging off right there. Oh, I like it. All right, I'm gonna put some tape, foam tape on this. Let's pop this up. But if you had a green background and red plaid, maybe. I just think this whole vibe could be Christmassy. Jamie, other way? Yeah, I gotcha. I wish I could figure out, or technology could figure out to speak the comments to me so I could hear them. And then I wouldn't miss things. All right. Oh, yeah. I love that. And now that is still hanging off some. I'm going to go back and trim that later. But all right, then we'll put this right here. And all I need are some dimensionals right there at the bottom. And then we'll do glue like right here, so it'll stick to the plaid part. I love this. I love it, love it. All right, let's put this right there. Skirt. All right. Love it, but we need a distraction from that ink blob. So let's see. Do I want... Ooh, you know what? Pecan pie. I've got my swirly. These were online exclusive. This goes with the latte set. And they were out. They ran out when they first came out. Ooh, yeah. All right, this will work. So we'll do that right there. And then we'll do one right there and one over here. They can be in the middle of the trees. It's okay. Where'd my thingy go? There we are. Now these are all one size. But that's okay. Ooh, yeah. I like it. So if we had metallic bits, that would work too. But I like these. And then there's like little swirls on them. All right. Yeah, Jamie. The techie nerds, they should be able to figure it out. I mean, they have talk to text. There's got to be something though for like 508, like for people that have bad vision. They have apps that, like, whatever they're reading, it will speak to them. So it's gotta exist. We need that. All of us. All right, so that is number 2. I love it. I can see it with like cherry cobbler maybe as the base, and then still have the green, and that would be a good Christmas card, I think. And then, yeah. So see how that's hanging out a little bit? I'm gonna have to take care of that. All right. Now let's go to the envelope booklet. So this was a project in my cleaning stuff out and rearranging this weekend. I found this prototype that I started a couple years ago, and then it obviously got lost in the mix. So I never got around to it because this paper is like a couple years old. But it's basically, we're taking 2 business envelopes, staple them together, and then the inside ones are pockets that we can, put stuff in. Either a little booklet, you can do pictures, you can, add whatever you want. Maybe like do little coupons. So I'm just going to make the base and then put the pages in, and then we'll do the little inserts and the cover. So this is, Jamie, you be thinking about what you can put in this for your dad, because I'm just going to give this to you. But one thing about my prototype. So since I stapled this with the good staple end in the middle, the catchy end was on the outside, and I wanted to cover that up. So I cut this strip of paper, folded it in half, and then I taped it up as close as I could get. The problem is, watch when I open it. Can you see that this part, it points up? Now, it's just the nature of the beast, right? Because this isn't like a spine. I guess if I had made a 1/4 inch spine, it would be different. But because it comes to a point, there's not glue right there at the very edge. So whenever I open it, it's gonna pop up like that. So I'm leaving this off for the next one the one that I make right now. You can cover it if you want. I'm not a fan. Once I notice that, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. So we're doing it without this side bit. Where are our materials? Right here. That's another thing is I can set my stuff right on top of my stamp sets. So I love that cart being there. It's worked out so perfectly. Okay, so I'm using Take to the Sky papers. I don't really have anything. I didn't get the stamps. I don't have airplanes. We're actually going to cut one out to put on the cover. But let me, do this. All right, so I've got 2 business envelopes. Let's start with that. 2 business envelopes. These are 9.5 by 4 1/4. And not all envelopes are created equal. So these are older. I did get them, I think I got them at Walmart, but this was a bunch of years ago. The ones that I have now are thinner and flimsier and not straight, because I made a different prototype that I will show you at the end. But that kind of drove me nuts where like the edges weren't exactly square. All right, so we've got our envelopes. Now, all we're going to do, we're not measuring. Oh, look at that. All right, these are so old. Oh, you know what? No, that was pull aparts. I'm like, these weren't lick and seals, were they? No, it was a peel. I can't really remember how old these are, but all right. So we're folding them in half. No measuring. Just square these up together and press down. All right, let's get this spone folder. All right, flat, flat, flat. Fold. And we're covering all these pages, so don't worry. Flat, flat, flat. All right, now number 2 thing that I wanted to change. With this one being the prototype, I wasn't worried about the envelope, the edges being white. So it's not going to work for this one. So what we're going to do is take Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to use the dark pecan pie. So I want to go over every edge. So I'm going to take the brush end, and I'm just going to go right like this. All right, and maybe down a little bit, because as we can see, we're going to have like a little 1/8 inch border. So I just want to get rid of that. And I have to do the middle too, because we're going to see that. And if I need to add more, I will. And I am going to take it around the edges. All right, so this is what I mean. I'll do the edges, and I have to do both sides. Now, I'm suggesting you use these blends versus regular markers, just because if anything gets wet, the regular markers are water-based, so they're not going to be waterproof. Or if you've got sweaty hands that are like mauling your project, if you use just, regular ink or the regular markers, you just might get ink on your hands or color. So the blends are alcohol, which means they're a permanent color. It's not going to come off if you get sweaty mitts handling your project. All right, and then this edge. And it doesn't matter if it looks a hot mess, because we're covering all the rest of this up. All right, and did I get all the edges? If not, it's okay. All right, so one, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. And let me look up. Okay. Yeah, when Father's Day's what? The 16th, so it's a couple weeks. So yeah, Jamie, be thinking about what are you going to put in here. So actually, I can tell you, actually, if I look at my notes, the sizes of the designer paper are going to be 3 7/8 by 4.5, and I cut 8 of those, so 8 different prints. And this would be a cute book, like, again, change the papers, change the colors. You could use it for Mother's Day. You could use it for birthday. Anything. But you'll have this idea. And if your envelopes, the closures aren't the same, like, it doesn't matter because we're covering all, we're just using the envelope as our page, like our bases, right? So if you have some that have just the opening at the end, that's fine. Seal it, fold it, good to go. All right, and then this. And then we'll run it right along the edge. Now, if you don't have the blends, Sharpies. Don't forget Sharpies. That would work. And if you have your friend give you 300 different color Sharpies for Christmas one year, then you should have some. And yes, I have, there probably wasn't 300, but there was easily 100. All right, let's put these away. So now we have our base pieces. Now, just because I'm anal, I'm not going to put the edge, like top edge. I'm going to flip it. Okay, so we're going to do like this. Now we want to squeeze these together as much as we can. And then we're going to staple them. And then I'm going to have to go back and trim just these inside ones. But I'm not going to trim it first because depending how, I'm stapling it, it doesn't get it perfectly lined up. See how they're poking out a little bit? That's just the nature of folding and then squeezing them together. All right, so I want to hold these together. Now, my stapler is regular size, just like everybody's, right? Doesn't fit. So what I have to do is gently just roll it over. You're not pressing it. You just want to roll it so it's out of your way. And then line up your stapler. And I'm hoping I get this good. I'm only going to do 2 staples. Ooh, nailed it. I did 3 on my prototype, but that was unnecessary. All right, cool. I got that perfectly in the center. So now the catchy bits are on the inside, and I'm not going to worry about it, right? Ooh, Jamie, a couple of gift cards are going to be awesome. They're going to fit right in here. All right, so we've got that stapled. Now, let's score this just to make it a little bit flatter. We want it as flat as we can get it. So I want to make these inside ones pockets and see how they are hanging out just a titch. So let's bring our cutter in, and it's a good thing with this guillotine, I can cut like just a smidge off. So I'm going to fold the front and back away. So I just have these 2, and I'm going to cut just a teensy little bit. All right, because remember, I cut all my designer papers the same. All right, and I cut them both at the same time. So look, I cut about that much off. So let's see. Now it lies nice. Nothing sticking out. And we can see, since we colored the edges, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. I love it. All right, now let's go with the front cover. So I put these in order of how I wanted them to go, like in the album. So this will be my front cover. Again, these are 3 7/8 tall. So pay attention to the pattern, the direction of your pattern. 3 7/8 inch tall by 4.5. And we're just going to glue them down. Oh my God. See, that is, I love it. All right. This will be quick gluing. Then you can think about, you know, what little bits you might want to put inside to doll it up. All right, and then we're going to open this. And then we've got this. Now, if you wanted this side, no, I wanted this side. I mean, there's airplanes on the front of it, so there's no getting around that. But there's got to be some, like, saying, you know, about an airplane, or love is in the air, or something. Or daddy, you lift me up, you know, something. Y'all come up with something. I'm just going to give you the book idea, and you roll with it. All right, now once I get these on, ooh, that wasn't quite where I wanted it. I am going to bring in my 1-inch circle punch so I can make a little tab pull on these inside ones. Ooh, I love it. Now see, so how I've got there, it's a little bit close, dark pecan pie. I'm going to try. Okay, that was not necessary, but, and that'll blend in. Oh man, I love it. All right, then we'll do this, because I don't want to pick airplane on the left and then have this page airplane on the left. So that's why I'm going to mix them up a little bit. Yeah, even though I didn't get the stamps that go with this, I think these papers are good enough. You know, you can work with them solo by themselves. Nobody can say he stole yours. All right, oopsie. Let's glue this down. I love the plaid. All right, and I like that that doesn't have any real direction. Are those upside down? Yeah, maybe it does have a direction. Let's go this way. Nobody else would have noticed that, I'm sure. All right, let's get this down. Burnish, burnish, burnish. All the things. All right, and then our last pages. Ooh, I kind of want that one to be on the back. Yeah, I gotta use that pattern too. All right, so we'll have clouds and the gray plaid. And then we're gonna cut a little. I cut one of the tags. So when you got your paper share, everybody got like a half a sheet. And actually, I'm gonna pull that out and show you. So everybody got some of the tags that were in this designer paper pack. Everybody got like 3 tags. And I'm going to use one of those to put it on the front cover. All right. Oh yeah, I'm loving this. And then our back, and which way? This way. Okay. Yep. All right. So what I did ahead of time for this, I die cut letters that I'm going to use. All right, and I've got those right here. So I took the foam adhesive sheets and I put a little chunk on a piece of copper clay, and then I die cut. This is with the a la mode dies. So I just spelled dad. You could spell brother, dude, you know, whatever. All right, let's go and get my little 1-inch punch. Actually, I'm going to let that glue dry for a little bit, and then I'll come back and punch these inside ones so we have a little pull out or pull tab. Now, the fact that you can see inside here, like, I don't really care. That's not going to bother me too much. But let's just say, so I've got 2 little booklets. So the point, what I wanted to do here was you can either add pictures or you can doll these up. But this is what we're going to insert in here. All right, so these are, did not measure. They should be 4.5. Yep, 4.5 by 7.5, and then I scored it in half. So that's 3 3/4 by 4.5 finished. So that's copper clay, and then same thing with Night of Navy. So that's our 2 little inserts. And you could like you could write in these too. Like just put white inside, and if you wanted to write your messages, like you'll figure something out. All right, cover. I wanted, where did I put my hold please. I gotta find my tag that I did cut out already. This better not have disappeared because that's kind of important. Got that, got that. And I had picked out the one that had the airplanes on it because I thought that would be perfect. All right, let's get rid of this. Did I put it away? Maybe. All right, so, oh, yep, here we go. All right, so everyone will have 3 tags, and I already cut mine apart. I think I'm going to use this one because this is going to go sideways. All right, so cut these apart, and let me cut the edges off. So I like it. Now, if you want to cut this, cut the hole out of it. Actually, yeah, let's do that. All right. Small hole punch on your crocodile. All right, cool. Then it looks like a real tag. Oh. So I wanted to have this like over to the side and then put these letters on Dad. So, oh man, these things are so sticky. So I'm just going to try to keep these straight-ish. And let's poke these little bits out. Oops, something is sticking. So we're going to put these letters on, and then I'm going to white emboss the words love you, white embossing powder, Night of Navy cardstock, so it can say love you, Dad. All right, now normally I would use my ruler, make sure I'm getting these on straight. All right, that looked pretty good. This foam adhesive, this is the Stampin' Up! Foam adhesive. This is really sticky as well. All right, I think that looks good. That looks straight. Yep. All right, let me get rid of all this. I don't want the bits sticking. All right, I did already mount. So love you. This is from that new Friends for Life. Love you. Miss you. Whatever. All right, we've got a little scrap of Night of Navy. Embossing Buddy. Ooh, 9 o'clock. Okay. So we do have, the next card is going to be a paper pumpkin alternate. And it's not going to be too long, but I would say another 5 or 10 minutes. And then we'll be done. All right. Versamark ink. Love you. And hopefully this will, oh, embossing powder. So these have been out of stock for months. And we were told, I think I saw it a few months ago, not to expect things until November. But now it's saying that they'll be back in stock. I think it's saying June. I want to say that's correct. So like the combo packs, you know, there's neutrals and then the metallics. All of it ran out of stock. And they were changing the manufacturer that they were getting stuff from. All that. All right. Just going to emboss this. All right. Yeah, Sean is right. That's why I love tags so much and stuff with pockets. Like you can put things everywhere. Load up little bits. All right, now we're going to cut this. Now I'm just going to leave this love you together, but you could split them apart. Love you, Dad. All right, let's do this. No, you know what? I'm going to split them apart. I like that better. Okay, and I am going to glue this down flat. Love you, Dad. All right, and then we're going to put this at a jaunty angle. I feel like I need to layer this with some copper clay, though. All right, let's do that. Yeah, and I have a scrap of this left, so let's just go ahead and do that. And then we'll have to repunch our hole, but that's okay. Okay. Now take your time cutting this if you're cutting it by hand. Just because I want it to be straight. Now that I know it's going to Jamie's dad, it's important that I get this right. All right. Get rid of all these bits. All right. And punch this. Oh yeah, I love it. All right, Jamie, you're going to doll this up however you want. I love that. And then there's just enough of the airplanes poking out. All right, now let's punch holes for our pockets, and then we can put our inserts in there. Oh, that's cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I like the copper clay with the pecan pie. Like, I like the two different browns together. Oh, Rose, put some linen thread in the tag hole. You're right. I should have done that. Actually, let me see if I can peel that up. All right, I'm just going to let that sit there, and I will come back to that. Yeah, I should have done that. All right, now let's do, I'm just going to punch this like halfway. Oh, that doesn't want to punch through all those layers. All right, you know what? We're going to have to do one layer at a time. All right, let me get this in the same spot. All right, one. And then I can go in the second one. I should leave the back alone now, but it already started to punch it. So now I have to. All right, and then we'll do this one. This time we'll go in just halfway. Yeah, I can feel that glue's just a little bit wet still. And it didn't want to punch through all that. All right. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it, like it. All right. So now let's put our inserts in. Nice. And they slide in. Let's do it this way. I love it. So, yeah, Jamie, I am going to tie some before I give this to you and then just like have it hanging off. But I want to leave that there for now. So I love it. You can do, you know, pages or journaling, like have people write a note. Yeah. Gift cards, money, anything, right? Love that. All right. So that's number 3. Now, the last card. So I'm using the paper pumpkin card bases. Oops, and I just dropped something. Ugh. So months ago, well, I should say last year, Sue did this. I don't know if it's a triple panel shutter card or a triple shutter Z-fold, but I made some for my 5x7 class. I know that. So we're going to cut this on the fly. So you need 2 pieces, 2 cards, and I've already wrecked one, like folding it wrong. So 2 of these bases. The scoring's the same. We just have to flip it around. So take one, this first one. They already come pre-folded. So we're going to fold this one this way. Score, that's already scored at 4 1/4. Score this one at 2 1/8. All right, so that is there. So this is going to be the back of our card. Now the front, we're going to cut strips out. So fold it this way. That's already scored at 4 1/2 or 4 1/4. Then we flip this over 2 1/8. All right. So these are going to come together like this, and then it'll fold up. So we want to cut this one in strips. This is where the triple shutter comes in. So I want 1 1/2 inch strips, but it's important to cut them this way. All right, so we're going to cut first this one, then this one, because I want them to all be the same. And I want this pattern to match what's over here. All right, so let's just start with this one, 1 1/2. The end 2 are going to be easy. 1 1/2. So that's that way. And now 1 1/2 this way. All right, that'll be our bottom one. Now this piece, I want just the 1 1/2 that's in the middle. So this, what's left over is 2 1/2. All right, so I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off this side and a 1/2 inch off this side. All right, and we're going to go this way. 2 1/2, so let's go 2. So that's cutting a 1/2 inch off that side. Now I have to flip it, and I want to cut a 1/2 inch off this side. So now we're at 2, so we're going to go to 1 1/2. All right, so you may have to go back and watch that part of the video, like, again, if you're trying to copy this. But it's not, it was just tricky to get it right in my mind of which direction. All right, so now with this triple shutter, see how these are going to line up perfectly? I love it. All right, so I'm going to do the top and bottom first, and these are going to go like right to the edge. So I'm going to put glue like right here, and then this whole panel will get, oh, you know what? I need to turn this a little bit. All right, so I can see it. All right, let's go there. Oh yeah, that is making me happy. All right, so here's our, it's going to be folded up. I can tell I'm going to need to trim a little bit off the edges, but that's okay. All right, this is our middle piece. We'll add that later. Now we're going to get the bottom piece. So again, we'll do glue here. I was hoping that they made the pattern so it would be the same right side up and upside down. Because really, the strips that I cut off, that was from the card right side up. Or no, upside down. All right. Oh, I love it. You see how that matches up? All right, last one. And now we're just going to eyeball for the center, because now it's just these side bits. It's not any of the floral part. Oh, man, I love this. Okay. You're also going to need from this kit is the die cut that's already this shape, which actually it matches the dies, you know, that we could buy for the paper pumpkin dies for this quarter. So I guess the thanks is going to coordinate with June's kit. All right, let's get these all glued down. So remember, we had the butterfly, we had this label, and then the thanks. Oh, man, I love it. All right, let's do this. Give a little. So it'll sit up like this, but that's our triple panel. I just want to trim, looks like a little doot, doot right there. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to do our little stamping on it. So we're going to use the trees that came with this month's set. I do like these trees. And we're going to stamp them in early espresso. I don't always keep all my paper pumpkin stamps, but this one is going to be a keeper. Just because I like these little trees. Like, obviously, the Happy Father's Day, I have no use for it. But the trees are good. All right, let's write this off. Now we need our greeting. And I just want to pop this up right here. Ooh, yeah, I like it. I'm thinking this is the new basic beige that's behind it. Was that mentioned in the... Let's look at the colors real quick, because I just pulled out those card bases I needed. Colors, yeah, basic beige. Okay, crumb cake, wild wheat. All right, I think it's basic beige, because I do want to give a little bit of ink blending just around the edge. All right, because that's too, like, it's too stark white. All right, basic beige. And another thing I put in my cart on the side here was my brushes. Like, I had all these in a coffee cup, and that was like forward, like in front of me. It just got a little too crowded up there. I'm going to use, where's the brown one? That's orange, right? Am I missing a blend? Huh. All right. I'm going to go with this new one. All right. So just going to go off the edge. This does give kind of a green vibe. I know the cardstock doesn't look it, but the ink definitely has a tint to it. It looks a little greenish, like greenish beigeish, but that's okay. It's all going to coordinate. And actually, I'm going to go over, yeah, the top and bottom. So just like this middle-ish area. All right, so that's that. And I want to pop this up. Ooh, I love it. I love it. All right, where'd my dimensionals go? Now, again, I'm not going to do happy Father's Day. I'm probably just going to do birthday. I can line these up right down this whole side. And I wanted to mix and match. So I'm going to do, I like a mix of font. So like straight and then cursive. All right. Oh, you know what? I can put these all along this whole middle part too. Why not? No saggy bits, right? Yeah. Hopefully Sue will tell me later what did she call it. So, oh, hey, Amy. Oh, you're watching from the hospital. Okay, that would explain why I didn't hear from you. So I didn't want to just leave stuff at your house, Amy. So you're going to have to touch base with me. Obviously, you take care of yourself first. I'm not going to, I just didn't want you without your paper, but you've had bigger problems, right? All right, man. Okay, another piece of scrap white, and I think we're going to do early espresso. And I want to do happy from, oh, and this envelope, I'm going to use this envelope that goes with it, because that's what came in a kit, right? So I want happy from this, and I am going to just hand cut this, so I'm not too worried about that. And then I want to do birthday from the cursive one. So markers don't work the best with the photopolymer. So I'm just going to try, I'm eyeballing it, and I'm just trying to get the letters that I need. And if it gets a little close, I will just have to smudge it off with my finger. I think I got that though. I really do like the photopolymer for this. Oh yeah. Okay, perfect. Love, love, love. Yeah, so you can't remember. I couldn't remember either. If it was tri-shutter or triple panel shutter, something, something. Oh, yuck. I feel like I stamped this on the thick paper. Ugh. That means I did it on the other one too. All right, I'm just going to cut these straight-ish. And anyone want to guess what else I'm going to do to this? To the edges, let's say that. Ready? Yep. Ripsies, ripsies. I just like that effect. And I think it's easy. Oh yeah, I like this. Yep, and I'm just gonna glue these flat. Let's tuck that under there a little bit. And I don't want to hang it off the side because we need it to fit in the envelope. And then let's put that right in there. Oh man, I love it. All right, and we do need a few embellishments. Brown, brown, brown. Oh, you know what? I had some sequins, I thought. Yep, here we go. Neutrals adhesive back sequins. All right, so I'm going to go with the brown ones. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do big one, little one, big one, and then 2 more little ones. And that's stuck to my finger. I love it. So triple panel, yeah, Z fold, we think, or tri-shutter Z fold. Let me put my glue, my pin in my glue. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so sorry that I took so long. I should have known that we needed more time. That the last 2 projects were the longest, right? All right, so there's our card number 4. Then we've got our little book that I will add some linen thread to. And then I'll take a picture of it. Then I've got my, I don't know which is my favorite because I love this card. And I love the birds too. So there's our, yeah, Jamie, there's never enough time. Right? When it's you. All right. So I hope you like these. And let's see. Oh, so again, workshop's closing tomorrow. You know, starter kit thing, that's stopping tomorrow. That ends tomorrow. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Sue. Next week will be June workshop, and I'm actually going to focus on the new bundle that I got, Spotlight on Nature. I use that on my scrapbook pages, but I had intended to do that for a workshop anyway, so I'm just going to use that. Hi, Carol. Thank you. Thanks, Penny. All right. So pictures and blog will be updated this weekend. Everybody have a great weekend, and I will be in touch. All right. Thanks. Bye.